after the other, the Lord is making it exceedingly impossible for someone else to take credit for this. There is not the presence of a single miracle here. It's a handful of miracles. A handful of miracles that are even more powerful because they must be sustained, meaning the Lord has to brood over this. For at any time, a ram could come through and gore her. She could trip and fall. Any type of nefarious, malicious thing, a serpent could come and bite her. Anything. So the Lord is also promising protection because He is going to rest and brood over Abraham and Sarah. Because this blessing cannot come forth just in any context. So He has to make sure that everything is right so that Isaac and this blessing, which is a handful of miracles, must be brooded over, like a hen rests on her eggs, or a cat warms her kittens. Okay? So this is a miracle, especially at her age. Okay? This is a sustained, and some of you know what a sustained miracle is. I do. Where the more it progresses, the more amazing it is. The more something can go wrong, the more something should go wrong. But it's not, which makes it a super miracle, because the Lord is He is said He has to brood over your life for the time at least being, because it cannot come to pass with all of the world, the flesh, and the devil. They won't let it unless He broods over it. For, to my understanding, a woman must be pregnant for approximately 9 months. So every pregnancy is a miracle, but this is super extraordinary. So the Lord must brood over it to make it come to pass, to make the environment. He has to supercharge the environment, to saturate the environment, to make sure that it comes to pass. And that is the greatest miracle of all. Right? When the Lord comes into a situation of promise, because He has declared the promise, but the situation must come under His brooding, because if that is the only way that it can happen, is with His brooding over it. Okay? He must oversee it for it to come forth and come to pass. Verse 17, and the Lord said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord, to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him. And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now, and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me. And if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from thence, and went toward Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near, and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Note, because this is a challenge for the modern church. And it is something that it's like a muscle of humility for the remnant, for we are not born with it. We must work this muscle. This man has been waiting many years, and many would call him a man accursed. A man, well, I don't know, if, as rich as this man was, I'm not sure if anyone in their right mind would have thought he was cursed. Maybe he just had bad luck or something. But nonetheless, some would probably dare say that the Lord just overlooked Abraham. He just was not maybe. I think a lot of people, like, quite honestly, we read that a lot of people actually, you know what? I can't even get that from Abraham. A lot of people like understood that God was with Abraham. Like, this is the one case